I like to be liked. I really do. Now, I'm not going to bend over for you to like me. I'm not going to do too much changing for you to like me. If I got to compromise doing me for you to like me, then I ain't the one. And that's within the cyber world and in my real world. I tell my supporters on my fan pages, if I got to do something strange, what I consider to be strange for some change, I'm not the one. I'm only gonna do what makes me happy. I'm gonna do what inspires me. I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. I'm gonna do me. And I'm gonna invite you into me doing me. And if we on the same page with me doing me, then we right here. Why can't I get my break? You my people. But if we're not, we just not. We're just not. Like it's. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. Let's go and put this highlight on my hair, and I'm gonna talk to y'all while I do that. Okay? See you in the bathroom. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I can fly. I can fly. Pain is not enough. It has to be extreme. Pain is the circuit breaker. So pain is the final thing that the universe sends you to get you back. A lot of people live in like low and negative pain. It's not enough. It's probably not very true. I can just say this. Call your mom and tell you like, you didn't distribute the spots. All of the things we talk about sounds cliche. But if you act like the creator, you should look like the darkness goes away. Well, how do I know this? And I don't know what the darkness is. I just know you act like the creator. That vibration removes the darkness. It leaves. How do I serve one person once? When I see them, how do I see someone on the street who said smile when they walk by and just try to create an exchange of joy and love? Can I spark light in them walking past me? Can I smile and say, hey, how's your day? Kind of smile and walk by. If you can spark that joy like 20, 50, 100 times a day, you become love. Your vessel expands. And then you're able to draw in more of that love. And the best way to get out of yourself is to support someone else. That is correct. And the creator will always show you one pathway that was you. That always asks you, is there one thing that comes to mind that you could do? That would imply I can fly! Always. I can fly! That's a message for you. You just have to turn it. Okay, so here we are. I had to start this over. Because I was going off on a tangent. And that's what I often do. So I am going to try very hard not to go off on a tangent and to stay focused. That's hard for me to do, y'all. It's very hard for me to do because this is not scripted. This is really off the dome. And yeah, so anyway, I know that I didn't welcome you guys in. I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm going to do it now. Hello, hello, hello. MoTheGoddess here. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome in. Look around. Check out some of my other videos. See if there's something that resonates with you. And if so, make sure you like, comment. I always answer your comments. Share. And if you're going to share and do all the things, you may as well subscribe. It don't cost you nothing. But when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you are aware when I upload more amazing videos such as this. So, you guys, I was being really, really vulnerable. I'm getting right to the point. And then if I want to talk extra, I'm going to talk to y'all extra.
But I was being really, really vulnerable a couple vlogs ago. And it was right when my birthday came in. My birthday was October 3rd. So October 3rd, I went on this little staycation here in Indonesia, right? I went to a different island and I spent my birthday there. But I've always been very open with you guys, and I've always been very I've always pretty much invited you into my life, especially when it comes to my emotions, my feelings, all those things. I've always been that type of person to just share so much of myself, sometimes oversharing, sometimes sharing to the point where later I think about it and I'd be like, damn, that person didn't even deserve to hear my story. That person didn't deserve to get to know me. That person didn't deserve to spend time with me. Oversharing to the point where you'd be like, dang, I gave so much of myself and I feel like I got nothing in return. I'm one of those people that if I like you, if I feel comfortable around you, then I'm very open. It doesn't take much for me to be open. Some people are very apprehensive. Some people are very cautious when it comes to their emotions, their feelings, the things that have happened in their lives. And I've always been very free, I've always been very expressive. And there have been times where I felt like I overshared, especially when somebody betrays me or hurts me or talks behind my back or just does something, to betray me. Then I think back on all the things that I shared about myself and I let myself be open. And now this person knows so much about me and it makes me feel icky. I'm also the type of friend that if you my girlfriend, we sitting down, we having a cocktail, we having a girl heart to heart or whatever. And I'm sharing so much of myself and you sitting back and you not sharing, I don't share with you no more. I don't share with you no more because I feel like, okay, if it's not reciprocal, then I can't really trust you. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be, you might just be a secretive person. You might just be somebody who doesn't feel comfortable talking about your stuff. You might just be somebody who is in denial and feels like nothing bad has ever happened to you. And if that is so, then good for you. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't feel comfortable in those situations. And I'm usually the first person to share a lot of myself. And then later on, I'd be like, dang, I done told this woman all my business or this man all my business and I don't know nothing about them. Then I'd be feeling like a fool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've always been pretty much transparent and open with you guys on YouTube. And sometimes I've questioned that, like, dang, I told this, and this, and maybe I shouldn't have, but it is what it is. I'm 54 years old. I have minimal regrets in my life. I feel like a lot of things that I've endured, a lot of things that I've experienced, a lot of things that have happened to me is for me to share with somebody else in the hopes of possibly inspiring you or giving you a roadmap or giving you a different way to think or believe about something. Because I know when I watch creators that I like, that I enjoy, whether they be, and that's another thing, you guys, we are all different. We are all different. I used to try to fit into this mold of what spiritual women are supposed to look like, what they're supposed to talk like, and how they're supposed to conduct themselves. So in the hopes that you'll believe that I'm a spiritual woman, then if I talk like this, and if I don't share so much of myself, if I hide the fact that I am an adult content creator, then you'll believe me more. I don't do that no more. We're all different. I watch a lot of women who are younger than me, who are ratchet, who are ghetto, who are thuggish. There's so many different people in the world. Some are very sexy. I like to think of myself as someone who is sexy, someone who, carries herself with class, someone who is sophisticated, you know, and some of y'all may not agree, and that's okay. But we are all different. And it's okay to share your differences. And it's okay for people not to agree. I'm saying that to say that I remember having a conversation with another creator who I confided in, and I was saying, I have been trying to create content to inspire women. And for whatever reason, these women are just not liking me. They're not taking to me. And the more confident and the more expressive and the more out I am with myself, then the more I attract men and the more the women fall off. And I believe all of my experiences were to help the underdog. And for me, in with what I've been through, as the underdog and me being a woman, I thought that it would be inspirational for other women to watch me and to hear my story and to understand that they're not alone, But the more I wanted to share, like I said, the more the men came. So I remember this sister saying to me, go where you celebrate it. Go where you appreciate it. Don't go where you tolerate it. So if the women ain't coming to you, then you create for the men. You create a message for the men rather than the women. They're the ones watching you. They're the ones in your comments. They're the ones supporting you. They're the ones that are, subscribing to your fan pages. Talk to them. I even had a business coach to tell me, Mo, you've been having this problem for a long time where you're trying to attract women and they ain't really fucking with you. So have you ever considered just coaching men? Well, by the way, you guys, if you guys do not know who I am, I'm just assuming that everybody know me, right? If you don't know who I am, like I said, MoTheGoddess. I am an author. I created this wonderful book, shameless plug, called Permission to Power. I also created these beautiful affirmation cards. These are called Permission to Prosper, 40 Days to Affirm Your Power. And I am a certified personal trainer. So my coach was encouraging me to just start coaching men. So I started off as a personal trainer, and then I spilled over into the life coaching industry. And I thought that I needed to carry myself a certain way to be a life coach as well. And if people find out that I am also an adult content creator, then they're not going to like me. And that's exactly what happened. I feel like that's what happened. The sexier I got, then the more my following, which was originally 95% women, became 95% men, right? Anyway, neither here nor there. So I was sharing that, and everybody has told me, maybe you should lean into the men, creating content for the men. You should lean into speaking to the men, so on and so forth. Nonetheless, let me get back to the topic, okay? My bad. I be going all over the place, I told y'all. And we'll come back to that whole men content creating, da-da-da-da-da. We'll come back to that because that's not why I'm here. I might be losing some of y'all, and I don't want to lose you. But anyway, moving forward, my intention is to speak to not just men, but also to appeal to women, Black women who are my age, because like I said, my experiences and the things that I've been, and not just the women that are just my age either. Let me take that back, because it's a lot of young women that can learn a thing or two, from the content that I put up. There is a lot that can learn from what I put up, because I learn a lot. The people that I watch, I get inspired. I think about things. It makes me feel a certain way. The people that I follow. So the people that follow me, hopefully you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I'm sharing, right, on my birthday, and I'm like, oh, I used to be so judgmental, of women. I used to look at certain women and think, oh my God, she's this, that, and the other. Oh my God, she doesn't work out like me. Oh my God, she's not as sexy as me. Look at her, she's very matronly. Look at her, to myself though. I never said this outwardly to anybody. And I ain't never really had no female friends. The female friends that I've had, that's another story for another day. We'll talk about it. But I never said it outwardly. These were things that were going through my head. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, when I thought that I was always going to be popping, when I thought that my health was always going to be good, when I thought that my skin was always going to be good, when I thought that my body was always going to be banging, these were the things that I used to think to myself about certain women that I would see. Nobody that I know personally. So when I said that I used to be very judgmental of people who weren't like me, Mother Nature had another story to tell, because now she's showing me all the shit that I used to say about other people, I'm experiencing for myself. So I was being vulnerable in sharing that. And a sister went in my comments and she said, and I believe that's why women don't mess with you, because we can feel your judgment. At least that's why I stopped watching you, because I can feel your judgment. And I'm like, this woman is very much so projecting, because I don't even know her. I ain't never seen her before. I don't even know you, sis. You just somebody who subscribed to this channel. I think you subscribed because you're in my comments. I don't know. Maybe you didn't subscribe. I don't know. But you said you stopped watching me because you felt my judgment. And none of my content on my channel has even been judgmental. It's just been me sharing me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, sis, is that how you really feel? Just say how you really feel. Just say how you really feel. Because your comment says to me that you're insecure about your own self. Because if I don't know you, I can't judge you. And I just happened to open myself up and tell you how I used to think, even before the YouTube days, before I even got on YouTube, baby. So if you don't really like me, for whatever reasons you don't like me, just say that, But I just felt like, and I shared it with my homeboy. I was like, yeah, she told me that the reason why women don't mess with me is because they can feel my judgment. And I don't even create content like that, where I'm judging women. If anything, it's supportive of women. If anything, it's just peeling the layers of myself and sharing that with not just women, but also with men. So, yeah, I mean, is that why y'all don't mess with me? Do y'all really feel like I be judging y'all? Like how? How? Sis, if you watching this, how? Not that I really care anymore, because like I said, when you become a certain age, you just honor who you are. You honor your experiences. You honor your, and also a part of aging is taking the filter off. Like, you just say what's on your mind. I know my mama was that type of person. She didn't care about hurting nobody's feelings, especially mine, honey. She had no filter. And I shouldn't say she didn't have. She doesn't have. She's still living. And I made a video about going completely no contact with my mother. That, again, being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a relationship with my mother. I had to mourn the death of my mother, and she's still living. Another video for another day. I digress. But if I've ever come off as judgmental when I'm not even making content about women, I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about myself. That's one thing about me. I don't bash men. You'll never see me creating any content where I'm talking crazy about nobody. You'll never see me sharing any content on my page that's negative at all. I don't post nothing with people fighting. I don't post nothing with people, these men bashers. And there's a lot of that going on. Men and women fighting. I don't post none of that. I post my own experiences. I post what I do. And hopefully it'll inspire you. And it even kind of trips me out how a lot of y'all will share all kind of crazy stuff on your own pages, which is your prerogative, but you won't share the positivity. You won't share a Black-owned business, let alone support it half the time. You won't share somebody who is showing you another part of the world in hopes to inspire you. But you will share people fighting. You will share, you'll talk about the election. You'll talk about politics. You'll talk about all the things that go against us. These little podcasts where, men are bickering, talking about, women, how they should be and how they should act and vice versa. Y'all post all that. But when it comes to somebody being positive and trying to share with you and hopefully teaching you something or inspiring you to be different or inspiring unity amongst one another, y'all won't share people's stuff. So sis, if you felt like I was judging you, I'm going to encourage you. Walk to your nearest mirror, sister. Check yourself out. What was that trigger? Because if I am triggering you and making you feel like I'm judging you, it's something on the inside of you that you need to fix. Trust me. Anytime somebody make me feel some type of way on here, I don't go to them and get up under their comments and say nothing negative. I go to my mirror. Why did this bother me? Or if it bothers me that much, I just unsubscribe, I unfollow. Oh yeah, we not aligned no more. I went down my Facebook timeline after the election, and I was like, oh, okay, boop, 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 delete, block. I don't have to have no conversation with you. I don't have to have I don't have to give you no warning that I'm leaving. Just leave. Just leave. Life is easy that way. I'll never have anything negative to say under anybody's comments. And I don't understand why people do that on others. If you don't like the content creator, don't follow them. If nobody is soliciting your opinion, don't give it. But I know we in the social media world, so that's what comes with it, right? That's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the beast. But anyway, y'all, let me go wrench this off my head. I'll talk to y'all in the next vlog. In the meantime and in between time, until the next time, you be fit, be fierce, be fabulous. Healthy is the new sexy. Bye, y'all.